Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening Podcast for September 24, 2025. Firstly, in the world of international relations, the recognition of a Palestinian state has become a contentious issue at the United Nations. President Trump weighed in on the matter, emphasizing that recognizing a Palestinian state is equivalent to rewarding Hamas. We spoke with Dalia Fahmy, Director of International Relations and Diplomacy, who shared her insights on the complexity of this issue and the potential consequences of recognition. Secondly, in the realm of economics, Saudi Arabia has announced plans to raise its foreign ownership limit, while Middle Eastern royals have invested $680 million in a London-based developer. These moves are seen as significant steps towards economic diversification and international cooperation in the region. Lastly, in the entertainment industry, a shocking incident has raised important questions about the ethics of AI-generated content. The voice of iconic video game character Lara Croft was cloned using artificial intelligence without permission, leaving fans and actors reeling. This has sparked a heated debate about the use of AI-generated content and its potential impact on human workers in the entertainment industry. These stories highlight the intricate and evolving nature of global politics, economics, and technology. As we continue to navigate these complex issues, it's essential to consider the implications and consequences of our actions. That's all for tonight. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press. Until next time, stay informed and engaged with the latest developments from around the globe. And that's a wrap. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall and know it's right now. Firstly, we covered the devastating impact of Typhoon Ragasa on Japan, where hundreds of thousands were left without power or access to basic necessities. Our team provided updates and analysis from the ground, highlighting the resilience of the Japanese people in the face of disaster. Secondly, we delved into the complex world of international relations, examining the ongoing conflict in Gaza and the role of the international community in resolving the crisis. We spoke with experts Laura Blumenfeld and Jonathan Panikoff, who shared their insights on the recognition of Palestine and the need for a balanced approach to achieving lasting peace. Lastly, we took a closer look at the state of school meals in Ireland, where concerns are being raised about the quality of food being served to students. We heard from parents, educators, and health experts who argued that mass-produced meals, high in processed ingredients, and low in nutritional value are having a detrimental impact on children's health. These stories highlight the diversity and complexity of the issues we cover at AI Daily Press. From natural disasters to international conflicts and social concerns, our team is committed to providing in-depth analysis and expert insights to help you stay informed. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again soon. To better understand these topics, I encourage you to visit our website and read the full articles. Until next time, good night. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we took a closer look at the significant losses across the board in today's trading session for soybeans, wheat, and corn. The lack of progress on a U.S.-China trade deal continues to weigh heavily on the market, with traders citing the absence of Chinese buying as a major concern. We also touched on Brazil's agricultural agency Agro reporting that 23% of the country's first corn crop has been planted, which could potentially impact global supply and demand dynamics in the coming months. In other news, we discussed Pfizer's bold move into the obesity drug market with its acquisition of Metsera, valued at up to $1.3 billion. This deal marks Pfizer's entry into the increasingly competitive market for weight loss drugs, with potential implications for both patients and investors. Lastly, we examined the significant partnership between tech giants and pharmaceutical companies, including the recent NVIDIA and Medtronic collaboration, as well as the groundbreaking NVIDIA Clara application for medical imaging. We also touched on the $1.3 billion acquisition of Metsera by Pfizer, which is expected to bolster the company's presence in the obesity treatment market. These stories highlight the complexities and opportunities present in today's fast-paced business landscape. As always, we'll continue to monitor these developments and bring you updates as more information becomes available. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to sharing more news and insights with you in the future. Until next time, good night. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we took a journey through the cosmos to explore the latest findings on gravitational waves, which may potentially be evidence of wormholes connecting our universe to parallel universes. While this discovery is intriguing and has sparked interesting speculation, scientists are approaching it with a critical and skeptical mindset, considering all possible explanations for this unusual event. In other news, we delved into the world of technology, where Samsung's Galaxy Z Flip FE has seen a significant price drop, making cutting-edge foldable phone technology more affordable for consumers. This move is part of a larger trend in the tech industry to make innovative devices more mainstream and competitive. Lastly, we gazed up at the night sky to contemplate the wonders of our universe, from the detection of gravitational waves to the possibility of wormholes. These discoveries not only expand our knowledge of the cosmos, but also inspire new generations of scientists, engineers, and explorers, reminding us of humanity's inherent curiosity about the unknown. That's all for tonight's summary. Thank you for joining us on the AIDailyPress Evening Podcast. Until next time, good night, and let's continue to explore the wonders of the universe together. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. We've got a thrilling lineup to discuss tonight, folks. First off, in the world of baseball, the regular season is winding down, and the playoff picture is taking shape. The New York Yankees and Boston Red Sox are holding strong in the American League, while the Philadelphia Phillies have clinched the NL East title and the Milwaukee Brewers have secured the NL Central. But it's not over yet. The Detroit Tigers and Houston Astros are locked in a tight race for that final wildcard spot, and the Mets, Reds, and Diamondbacks are fighting it out for the last wildcard position in the National League. Moving on to college football, we've got a real barn burner of a matchup brewing in the Big Ten. The Oregon-Penn State showdown has all the makings of a classic, with college football playoff implications hanging precariously in the balance. These two teams will leave everything on the field as they battle it out for supremacy. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The world of sports is not just about wins and losses, it's about the people who make it all happen, the athletes, coaches, and fans. We must remember to treat these young people with dignity and respect, both on and off the field. That's all for tonight, folks. Tune in tomorrow for more updates from the world of sports. And as Yogi Berra once said, it ain't over till it's over. Until next time, good night. And thank you for joining me on the AI Daily Press. Tell it like it is. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Here's a brief summary of our top stories tonight. We began with a look at the world of food and hospitality, where two iconic restaurants in Melbourne have revamped their menus, offering exciting new culinary experiences for patrons. Next, we traveled to the mountains of Central Africa, where eastern gorilla species are fighting for survival due to habitat loss, poaching, and disease. As we marked World Gorilla Day, we highlighted the importance of conservation efforts and responsible tourism in protecting these incredible animals. Finally, we turned our attention to the world of technology and cybersecurity, where automaker giant Stellantis has confirmed a data breach involving customers' personal information. With millions of records potentially compromised, we emphasized the need for transparency, accountability, and robust measures to protect customer data in this digital age. That's all for tonight's summary. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, good night. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we've got the latest on the upcoming TV season, with new shows and returning favorites hitting the airwaves soon. We're also keeping an eye on the controversy surrounding late-night host Jimmy Kimmel, who's facing regulatory backlash over comments made on his show. The situation has sparked a heated debate about free speech and media freedom. In other news, IMAX Corporation is experiencing a surge in profits, driven by local language hits and blockbuster releases. Analysts are taking notice, with Wedbush raising its 12-month price forecast to $24 from $20. It's an exciting time for investors, as IMAX expands its global footprint and capitalizes on the trend towards immersive cinematic experiences. That's a wrap for tonight, folks. Can we talk about these stories? Share your thoughts, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay fabulous, and keep on watching those blockbuster hits. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, in environmental news, a shark spotted in an unusual location has sparked debate about climate change. However, this story was not available. Instead, we covered a campaign by a teenager to reduce single-use plastics in Scotland, which highlights the importance of balance and nuance in addressing environmental issues. Secondly, in tech news, Web3 social media app UX Link suffered an 11 million hack, leaving users and investors reeling. This incident underscores the risks associated with cryptocurrency and Web3 technologies, but also reminds us of their potential benefits, such as transparency and security. Lastly, we looked into a story about sharks, but instead covered a separate environmental issue, where a shark was not spotted. However, a large amount of plastic waste was found on a beach. This was not the focus of our articles tonight. These stories remind us that innovation, environmentalism, and technology are interconnected and that we must approach these topics with fairness, balance, and nuance. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, I'm David, and I bid you a thoughtful evening. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.